Hello, and welcome to Lydia Hawk Designs. Years ago, my mother-in-law gave me a Dammit doll. I'd never seen one before. Hers looked exactly like this, but cuter. This is my reproduction of what she created, or her version, I guess, of the Dammit doll. And she made hers with upholstery. Mine is made with fleece. And she also used some sort of fabric for the hair, but I'm using Lion's brand homespun yarn because it's got a cool, funky, sort of wild look about it. I sold these on my website for a while, and I'll start again if anyone wants one. That's why I call it Penny's Dammit doll. It's a tribute to her and her specific design for this. I think it's a really cute, creative idea for stress relief. It's basically a stress doll. It comes with a cute poem I'll put in the description. If you want to buy one, link is in the description, and also my pattern and a Word document that you can print out on cardstock is in the description. A teacher friend of mine actually bought one, removed the poem, called it a stress doll, and kept it in her classroom for her students who were feeling overwhelmed, which I thought was really thoughtful. What are we going to need for this? Well, we're going to need our pattern, which again, you can download on my website, or you can make one yourself. And, whatever your cutout is, you just fold it in half and make sure both sides are even. I've got some fleece. This is some funky fabric I bought years ago for a different project, but I've got two sides, they're exactly the same. I'm using a sewing machine with brown thread for my seams. I've got 2 buttons and some contrasting thread that matches my fabric right here. I've got my sewing needle for that. I've also got some pins for pinning the sides. I've got one long pin for the top. You can use clips if you want. I have clips, but I'm using pins. Scissors, this fun Lion's brand homespun yarn, and I'm also using a 2-inch ruler. I'm going to be wrapping the yarn for the hair, but you can use a piece of cardboard if you have like a 2 by 6 inch piece of cardboard, or even 4 by 2, just so you can hold one side while you wrap the yarn around. And I think that's it. Oh, no, that's not it. Doll stuffing. I guess technically you can just like hand stitch around the seam, but I have a sewing machine, so I'm going to use it because my hand stitching skills are not great. I'm not very practiced at it. Let's get started. So I've got my 2 pieces of fabric, making sure that the wrong sides are together, wrong sides facing. The more narrow end is the head, so that's where I'm going to begin. I'm going to take care of the hair area of the doll first, because that's the craziest, and we need to hand sew our buttons on. I'm not going to do any pinning yet. I need to get the hair down and secure, and then we need this part open so that we can easily sew our buttons. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to take my ruler, unwind some of my yarn, and basically I just want to take 2 inches of this ruler or your cardboard. I'm going to leave a little bit of an end here. I'm just going to very loosely go around this until I have the thickness and consistency I want for the hair. So a nice thick head of hair. And actually, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to cut this. I'm going to open the flap for the top of my head, and about a half or 3/4 inches deep, about a 1/2 inch deep, because I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam. I'm just going to go right into the top here and then gently pull the hair off of the ruler. go in with my pins. I'm just going to secure this side and secure this side. And with the longer pin, I'm going to go right into the center here. Just want to keep everything gently in place so that hair doesn't fall out before I can get it stitched down. And I'm just going to sew about a 1/4 inch seam right across the top. I'm going to go ahead and trim these pieces here and then deal with the rest of the hair in a little bit. In fact, I'm going to deal with the rest of the hair at the very end, just to keep things simple for now. And with our button thread, I'm just going to pull about an arm's length, cut it, thread my needle, pull it halfway through, even up the ends of my thread, tie a knot, leaving a tail for knotting at the end. There we go. And place my buttons where I want them. Just make sure to leave plenty of space here for the seam. So I think that looks pretty good, just like right on either side of that dotted line. And sew them down. My eyes are a little wonky, but you know what? That's fine. Because it's just a kind of cute, quirky looking doll anyway. And it's, even though this is not a toy for a pet, a baby, or a toddler, but it is a stress doll, so we want the buttons to be sturdy. And the one spot we're going to keep open is just, you can choose a side, but I'm keeping open the right arm of my doll for adding all the stuffing. So we're going to pin all the way around except for the opening of one arm. And after we sew around the edge, except for one arm opening, we're also going to sew about a 2.5 inch line to separate our legs down here. Now we're just going to fill our doll with stuffing, making sure we get it nice and full all throughout. That looks really good. So now we just need to sew up our arm. And since I have done that already, I'm going to trim all the loose thread, clean it up really good. Oh, that looks really good. How cute. And now as an absolute final step, I'm going to separate this looped hair up here. And there it all is. And just, that's it. And of course, you can print the poem and use a safety pin to pin it. That way the person has the option to remove it. And you have Penny's Dammit doll or stress doll. A great way to relieve stress. Give it to a friend who needs it. Use it for your kids when they're overwhelmed. Use it yourself. I have used mine a few times, especially over the last few years. It's been a very stressful time around the world. So anything cute and creative that we can use to help us manage our stress is a great idea. Thank you so much for following this tutorial with me. If there's anything that you would like me to make a video for, project to tackle, to help you figure out, just let me know at lydiahawk.com. Until next time.